Welcome back to another episode of Shabbat Shmooze. This week's parsha is Parshat Lecha. We witness one of the most monumental moments in Abraham's life. Hashem says to Abraham, Lech lecha me'artzecha u'mimoladetecha u'mibeit avicha el haaretz asher arecha. Hashem says, go forth from your land, from your birthplace, and from your father's house to the land that I will show you. Now, this is an incredible journey of faith and courage as Abraham heeds Hashem's call to just leave his hometown, leave all that he knows, leave his birthplace, leave his father's home, leave the people who he knows and he loves, and just take a leap of faith, surrender to the will of Hashem, and embark on a new path. But Hashem promises him so much good will come from this. You will be very wealthy, and you will have a child that so many children will be born from this child. But it wasn't so easy. It was not so easy for Abraham to just get up and leave all that he has and all that he knows and just trust blindly Hashem. Just like for you and me, sometimes when we have a higher calling and we feel like Hashem just wants something a little bit more from us, and we get so terrified to just leave the comfort zone that we're so comfortable in and take that leap of faith and say, okay, Hashem, I get it. You want a little more from me. I'm going to stretch. I'm going to get out of my comfort zone and I'm going to heed your call. Mesilat Yesharim says something so meaningful. They say that when you notice Lech Lecha, it's twice. It's a double lashon. Why didn't Hashem just say, Lech, go? So Mesilat Yesharim states that Hashem was telling Abraham, there will be very hard challenges in your life. Abraham had 10 tests that were known to be among the hardest nisyonot in all of Klal Yisrael. From these tests, Hashem was promising Abraham, you will be tested, but if you persevere, and if you heed the call of Hashem, and you surrender to the ratzon of Hashem, to the will, you will be matzliach. You will pass those tests. You will succeed. So Lech Lecha, twice. One was when Hashem told Abraham, leave your father's home, leave everything you know, but trust me, I will do good by you. You will be very, very wealthy and you will have a huge nation after you. And another test that Lech Lecha represents is the hardest test Abraham had to endure, the test of Akedat Yitzchak. The test of slaughtering his beloved son because Hashem told him. Now, we can't really think that these two tests are comparable, can we? Are they of the same magnitude? Are they of the same pain? Well, that's exactly what this is teaching us. That yes, these two tests can very well be on par, on the same madriga. But how? One is just move out of your hometown and go to a new hometown. Just relocate. And the other is slaughter your son. How in the world are these comparable? Chazal teach us something that I think is really appropriate for every person going through any type of challenge. It doesn't matter how great you are. It doesn't matter how high and holy, how pious, how righteous, how frum, how religious, how removed from religion you are. When Hashem puts a challenge in your life, you have a potential for such greatness. So great that it could be compared to the test of Akedat Yitzchak. In fact, Chazal tell us that for a person who's totally removed from Yiddishkeit, to be going through a very difficult time in their life, whether it's a health challenge or a parnasa challenge or a shalom bayit challenge, and for them, for that just one moment, for them to say, please Hashem, I know I'm not the most religious person. I know I don't do all that many mitzvot, but please Hashem, help me right now. That can be considered equivalent to someone who's on a very, very high madrega and gets tested with something like Akedat Yitzchak. Which is so nice to know that no matter where we're holding in life, no matter how difficult life can be sometimes, the challenges, the ups and downs, as long as we know that Hashem is a different type of scale for weighing our rewards for our struggles. Just follow the word of Hashem. Lech Lecha. Just go. Just do what Hashem wants you to do. Do what you know is right. We always have those two options. Do we do what feels comfortable, but we're probably not going to get that much growth out of it? Or do we stretch outside our comfort zone and we take that leap of faith and we surrender to the will of Hashem? That is a message to all of us. There's not a single Jew in all of Klal Yisrael that doesn't experience nisyonot, myself very much included. But what we need to remember is that first of all, Hashem is running the show. Hashem is the one giving us those nisyonot, and those are really there for our growth, for us to achieve our greatness, for us to become like Avraham Avinu. And we can never know, we will never know, if one test is harder than another test in Hashem's eyes, because sometimes when we're really broken and we call out from the depths of our neshama, that could be enough to bring about the greatest greatness in our lives. So friends, this week's spiritual homework, go with your gut for what feels right in bringing you closer to Hashem. If you've been stuck in your comfort zone, whether it's with tzniut, with kashrut, with davening to Hashem, with lashon hara, with being kinder to your children, being more respectful to a spouse, speaking with a little bit more poise and polish to somebody who probably irritates you, this is a message. Get outside your comfort zone. Lecha, just go. You don't know that little test might really be the biggest test that will bring you the biggest reward and the greatest of greatness. Shabbat Shalom.